Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahabashai, Bahashim, Rakadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders that came before me that brought me into this truth. This video is going to be called AI Abuse and Babylon's Multiculturalism Failure. All right, now this video is going to be based around Elon Musk getting into some hot water, specifically with India, because of the Grok platform, the AI program that you can use whenever you're using X, previously known as Twitter. And unfortunately, you have people that are, simply requesting Grok to remove garments or attire from people, or alter their attire or their appearance on Grok, and it's caused a stir due to certain groups being affected, particularly women and children. And it's a very horrendous and very sick and sad, disgusting thing that people are doing. Now, of course, I use X. I'm not familiar with any kind of legitimate story that's come out of the U.S. Surrounding children being undressed. But I mean, damn, that's a very disgusting as all hell. And nonetheless, now you have a guy named Alex Karp. And I wanted to go into one of his interviews. He is the CEO of Palantir. If people don't understand what Palantir is, it's basically a software company that specializes in AI and data management, or sorry, not even data management, data analytics. Okay, so people can use it for surveillance. That's what's it's most controversial about, or that's one of the most controversial things surrounding the platform. But we're not even going to get into that. We're just going to get into some of his thoughts on multiculturalism and its effectiveness on the global stage. The reason why I even want to bring this out is because this is spanning all the way to India. Okay, so this transcends from the west to the east, and whenever you want to get in bed with Babylon the Great, you have to take the good with the bad, especially whenever you're dealing with Esau Edom. So let's go into his interview, this portion of his interview at least. This is going to be just a few seconds, and then we'll go into the story.
Is China, and we will decide AI and the ability to implement it on the battlefield primarily will decide the values, i.e., the norms, the law.
Pause real quick. I want to say fair use. I don't own any of this content. This video is not going to be monetized whatsoever. There is no monetary reward that I'm going to be receiving for this content. This is for educational purposes only. Again, fair use.
And the spirit, we will decide AI and the ability to implement it on the battlefield primarily.
Pause. So again, he said, we will decide. And again, this is a different point. But he said, we will decide, us and AI.
And we will decide AI and the ability to implement it on the battlefield primarily will decide the values, i.e., the norms, the laws, and the spirit of the laws that are imposed upon us across the globe.
Pause. So him, or not him per se, but the people at Palantir, or the people that they deem as supreme, I guess you say the largest powers on the earth, are going to be making the rules. They're going to be playing God, right? Let's run this back real quick and allow him to finish.
Implement it on the battlefield primarily will decide the values, i.e., the norms, the laws, and the spirit of the laws that are imposed upon us across the globe. And if you think for a minute they believe anything that we're being taught in our idiotic faculty, you are even more idiotic than the professors teaching it. And I'll tell you, if you actually believe in these values, again, I'm not a neocon, I never was. That's why I'm skeptical of immigration, because I don't think all this cultural assimilation hasn't worked in the last 50 years, and that's an obvious truth you're also not allowed to say. I'm skeptical of imposing values on other people. I never believed we should or try to make the Arab Middle East, Wilsonian.
Pause. But he literally just said that's what he plans on doing. Right? That's literally what he just said. Now, of course, he also said that he believes that, multiculturalism cultural assimilation. That's not a good idea. It hasn't proven to be a good idea. Uh, I mean, that's just plain, okay? Now let's let him go a little bit longer. Maybe he has something else to say.
Believed we should or try to make the Arab Middle East, Wilsonian people, like a Wilsonian ideal imposed upon them. If you believe for a second that anyone else outside this country believes that we are going to defend our values without superiority and moral violence, you're just living in a world that doesn't exist. It does not exist, and no matter how much you try to impose it on the rest of us, it still won't exist.
Okay, I want to talk about you.
Pause. The guy's a little bit of a scatterbrain. I believe he's mentioned that he grew up with dyslexia, so I'll give him some room there. But nonetheless, again, this man states out of his own mouth multiculturalism and whatnot, trying to impose your culture on other people. That doesn't work. Brothers in the truth, or brothers in the knowledge, that's why it's not the brightest idea or the most fruitful idea to try to push or force an understanding on some people. Okay. Now, of course, all you have to do is bring out the warning. That's why brothers are on the street telling people, what they should and they shouldn't do, where they're going off at, so on and so forth. But Yahushua says something very important. Let's go to Matthew, I believe it's 7 and 6. Yep, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 6. Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under feet and turn again and rend you. So they're going to be talking all kinds of crazy about the truth of the Lord, and then they're going to turn around and try to attack you over the truth of the Lord. They might try to fight you, they might try to tase you, all kinds of different things, because that demon inside them won't allow them to let go of that wickedness, man. And that demon inside them is going to make them lash out and react in a harmful manner. It's best to just, put out the message. If somebody doesn't like it, let them continue to move on. All right. Now, here is the story. I can't even remember what news network this is that reported this, but here it is. Mint. I believe Al Jazeera did the same thing, but let's let this go.
India has issued a formal legal notice to Elon Musk's X over the misuse of its AI tool Grok to generate obscene content targeting women. The Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has issued a stern notice to X Corporation, formerly Twitter, for failing to comply with the statutory due diligence obligations under the IT Act 2000 and the IT Rules 2021. According to the ministry, users are exploiting Grok to generate synthetic images and videos in a derogatory manner. It says this violates privacy and dignity, normalizes sexual harassment, and weakens legal safeguards meant to protect women and children. The government has ordered X to submit an action taken report within 72 hours. The ministry has now directed X to stop the generation of unlawful content. It has also ordered X to strictly enforce user policies. This includes suspending or terminating accounts of violators. The ministry says that failure to comply can lead X to lose safe harbor protection under Section 79 of the IT Act. That would expose the platform to criminal action under multiple laws, including the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, the Indecent Representation of Women Act, and the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act. This controversy is no longer limited to India only. A flood of near-nude synthetic images of real women has now triggered alarm bells globally. In France, ministers have formally reported X to prosecutors and regulators, calling the sexual and sexist Grok content manifestly illegal in a statement. According to Reuters, Grok's digital undressing spree began just days ago after users discovered that simply uploading a photo and typing prompts like "Hey Grok, put her in a bikini" would strip women of their clothing within seconds. Female users complained that their feeds were suddenly filled with altered images of real people. Elon Musk appeared to mock the outrage, responding with a laugh cry emoji to AI generated bikini edits of famous personalities, including himself. Experts point out that the so called AI nudifier tools have existed for years, but were previously hidden on obscure websites or Telegram groups and often required payment or technical effort. What makes Grok different is the scale. With one public prompt on a mainstream platform, anyone can now digitally undress a woman instantly. That shift has moved AI abuse from the shadows into the open. And that is why governments across continents are no longer treating this as a tech experiment. They're treating it as a crime scene. Tell us what you think in the comments below and keep watching Mint News.
Pause. All right. So, yeah, this is a very controversial topic. Of course, what is it? X has numerous users, and the biggest issue with this is that you're exposing actual people to a decent amount of harm. If cyberbullying was ever an actual thing, I mean, damn, using an AI generated photograph or a deepfake or what do you want to call it, a photoshopped picture of your daughter or your mother, whatever it might be, your sister, on X for numerous of people to engage with, that's a horrendous thing, man. And of course, this dude Elon Musk responds with a Grok altered or an AI altered photograph of him in a bikini to mock the situation. I don't think that's really tactful. I think that's pretty. I don't think that's really. I don't think that's good at all, for lack of a better word. I think it's pretty insensitive. Nonetheless, of course, you're dealing with Esau, man. You're dealing with Esau. I'm not sure what they expected, but let's go to these scriptures here. So this is the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. In the KJV, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces thereof. Slakia, he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right? So, of course, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Now, who is the wicked? And I want to go into this word here. The wicked here. Rasha. Right? Wicked, criminal, guilty one guilty of crime, wicked, guilty of sin. And yes, indeed, that's talking about Esau Edom, because the world has been given into the hand of Esau Edom. Now we're going to go to the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 7. Right? So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. And his servants bare rule, every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. So under the rule of Esau, post Alexander the Great, you have evils multiplying all over the earth. Esau Edom just running amok throughout the earth, right? And it's very, very important to understand that in the midst of this current state of affairs on the earth, things aren't getting better. Things are slowly but surely, really things seem to be rapidly getting worse. More and more evil. And these normal Edomites understand it too. Let's go to, I want to get this here, Proverbs 6, and I'll just read it here on the left. Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 12 in the NLT. What are worthless and wicked people like? They are constant liars, signaling their deceit with a wink of the eye, a nudge of the foot, or the wiggle of fingers. Their perverted hearts are plot evil. Salakia, their perverted hearts plot evil, and they constantly stir up trouble. And did Elon Musk not just stir up trouble? Did Grok not just stir up trouble? Are those weirdos that are trying to undress little children on the internet stirring up trouble? Are they not perverted? Absolutely. But they will be destroyed suddenly, broken in an instant, beyond all hope of healing. And yes, indeed, these Edomites, these Moabites, all these different weirdos, right? Particularly these Edomites and the wicked, the ones that are ruling the earth right now, the ones that have that invisible hand, the Most High is going to be completely obliterating them, man, and bashing their little ones against the stone so they don't even have a chance to rise back up again. Let me see here. Let's go to, what do we got here? Not there. I want to go to verse 41. This is 1 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and every one should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed, according to the commandment of the king. You see that one? So again, this is on brand for Esau, to be trying to get everybody to come underneath one umbrella, right? It's not saying Elon Musk was doing that, but when it comes to this globalist society that is pretty clear to see now, you can't really be, bitching and complaining about these strange perverted ways of Esau Edom, man, because his ways are just perverse. That's just what it is. So you're gonna have to deal with that. Now, of course, Alex Karp said that doesn't work, right? He doesn't agree with it, right? And Alex Karp, in case you didn't know, he is a tiny top, right? One of those long coat black hats, right? He's one of those, right? I believe his father is one, and his mother is a Jake, all right? Nonetheless, this is on brand for Esau Edom, again, to be trying to amalgamate all people underneath one umbrella. Let's go to Habakkuk. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. And what is the wine that Esau Edom is being, is drunk off of, or he's transgressing by? His philosophies. His way is, I'll do it, I'll play God, and I'll make up my own rules as I go along, right? And you're going to have to get over it. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. As simple as that. And that's exactly what he loves doing. He can't get enough of it, man. He just can't get enough. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16 in the GNT. I don't even see it here. That's okay. I'll just read it from the left. This is the book of Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16 in the GNT. Let no one become immoral or unspiritual like Esau, who for a single meal sold his rights as the older son. You see that one? So you can't be, immoral or unspiritual like Esau is, right? Because he's going to, or doing things like him is going to get you the same fate as him. Sure destruction, right? Now we're going to go to Jeremiah chapter 49 and 13 in the GNT. What do we got here? Beautiful. This is Jeremiah 49 and 13 in the GNT. I myself have sworn that the city of Bozrah will become a horrifying sight and a desert. People will make fun of it and use its name as a curse. All the nearby villages will be in ruins forever. I, Yahweh, have spoken. I said, Edom, I have received a message from Yahweh. He has sent a messenger to tell the nations to assemble their armies and to get ready to attack you. Yahweh is going to make you weak, and no one will respect you. Your pride has deceived you. No one fears you as much as you think they do. You live on the rocky cliffs, high on top of the mountain. But even though you live as high up as an eagle, Yahweh will bring you down. Yahweh has spoken. As simple as that, man. Let's keep on reading. Yahweh said, the destruction that will come on Edom will be so terrible that everyone who passes by will be shocked and terrified. The same thing will happen to Edom that happened to Sodom and Gomorrah when they and the nearby towns were destroyed. No one will ever live there again. I, Yahweh, have spoken. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rukwakadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders that came before me, that brought me into this truth. Lord willing, this is edifying. Again, this video is simply called AI Abuse and Babylon's Multiculturalism Failure, featuring Alex Karp and the, what was it called? The Mint YouTube channel, right? Again, Elon Musk and his Grok AI platform is causing a stir because people want to undress little children and women, and people don't appreciate doing that. People don't appreciate people doing that. That's not good. That's incorrect. That's bad. Bad Esau. I mean, these things are very simple, but for some reason, you know, well, of course, Esau is just perverted, man. So that's pretty much the short of it. Nonetheless, Lord willing, this is edifying. Again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rukwakadash. Again, double honors to my apostles and elders that came before me, that brought me into this truth. To the hopeful elect out there that's putting in this work, continue to put in this work and to continue to keep the faith. Until next time, Shalom.